On today's podcast for What the Fish, presented by Balls Deep Tackle, we talk about testicle-shaped product ideas, funny shirts, gun shirts, some of our best customer reviews, and a little bit of fishing news from Darth Bader.
Yes, sir. A little bit of bear action and a little bit of Karen and Ken action.
Karen and Ken, that was unbearable.
It was, but it is super American, and we'll talk about a little bit about that today.
And we have a new sponsor that you're going to want to hear because it is literally the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard in your life. So, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and danglers. Welcome to What the Fish, presented by Balls Deep Tackle. I am your host.
These nuts. Got him!
It is I, the Frenchiest fry.
All right, so we are on our podcast now, and today we're recording from Cumming, Georgia. It is I, Captain Hook, and we have with us Darth Bader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome in, you danglers.
Great intro there. Should have played a little Star Wars music there.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect, intro there.
So today is pretty special because somehow after only one episode of our podcast, they trusted us enough to buy like professional audio equipment. We have like a whole mixer here, a microphone, whereas we just had like things plugged into a computer yesterday. And I don't know what that means that they went ahead and bought us some equipment after one episode.
It's pretty wild,
Oh
so,
man, having to figure this crap out is the worst.
Yeah, it'll rack the brain and make you have a little brain bleed.
Yeah, it is definitely a brain blister, and hopefully it's like for us, and it's not just like we're doing this one way or the other with or without these guys. Hopefully we were good enough to warrant the equipment, and it's not like, you guys suck, so we're just gonna fire you and get professional people in here.
No doubt, no doubt. So I think we should pivot and maybe cover some topics.
So you are the newsman, and I'm going to be the oblivious person that I really have no idea what's going on in the world. So that's why we rely on you.
Perfect. Well, let's get into it. First of all, those of you, we'll talk about a little bit about fishing here pretty quick.
Okay, fine.
Nobody wants to hear about fishing, so we'll move on to the next segment.
This is, after all, a fishing podcast, so we should not be talking about fishing.
Yeah, fishing's for just great people. So
These nuts.
nice. All right, so yeah, in fish news, so I guess a guy in Wisconsin had his boat, was going through the lake, and found a bear inside of a plastic jug with its head stuck in it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like in the jug, like fully in the jug.
I mean, it was in there. It got stuck.
No, I mean like its head is in the jug. It's not like its body and all of it is in the jug like a ship in a bottle.
It was pretty close. I mean, I don't even know what that plastic jug was doing and what the bear was doing to try to get in there.
Oh, so the bear is fully in the bottle.
He is, I don't think he was fully in there. It was just like his head, and his head got stuck.
Oh, okay. See, when you said that, I pictured, you ever see a ship in a bottle?
Yeah.
That's what I pictured.
Just a bear in a bottle.
Bear in a bottle?
Yeah. So this guy just strolls up and sees a bear inside of a plastic jug, and it's like, what is going on here? I mean, what would you do in that situation?
I would ride the bear.
That would be a epic.
It can't bite you.
No, it actually, it wouldn't be able to scratch, lick its own butthole or bite you. I mean, that's a good setup for a bear.
Can you imagine if you were able to, like a horse, like you can break the bear so that when his head is out of the bottle, like a day or two later, you can just ride the bear around?
You own it. I think we have a shirt that's somewhat similar to that.
Do we?
No, but we need one.
Do we? Oh, yeah. Let me add
We
that.
have like a Reagan Raptor.
Yeah, we have a President Reagan riding a Velociraptor.
That's about as close as a raptor as you'll get as a bear. And their claws are pretty big.
Yeah, that's debatable.
It's debatable, especially a Kodiak bear.
Yeah, I would not want to mess with one of those.
No, those are Those are some beastie boys.
So did he pull the bear out of the bottle, or what happened?
I guess so. I don't know the entire story, but it said they removed the jar and watched it safely swim ashore. So I don't know how one would go about removing a jar from a bear.
Wait, so swim ashore. So this bear was out in the water.
This bear is out in the lake, yeah.
It was like floating, and its head was like the bopper.
Apparently, I don't understand the gravity of that situation.
Is there not a picture involved?
There's a picture, but all it shows is the bear in the lake inside of its head inside of a jug.
So walk us through this. Is the bear bobbing in the middle of the lake, and its head is in the bottle?
That would seem about pretty accurate, I would assume. I mean, I don't know. Let's see, this guy, I'm rolling the video here. Yeah, and this bear's just swimming in the lake with its head in a jug. I don't know how.
So did its head form a good enough seal so water can't get into the jug?
Apparently, I mean, I don't know how this bear survived. Like,
how is it alive?
It looks like a Cheeto jug, like one of those giant cheese puff jugs.
Like the ones where you try to tip it into the dispenser and you get water all over the floor?
Like those giant Cheeto puff jugs.
Oh, I see. It has a wider mouth. Okay.
Yeah, it's got like one of those big giant openings. I don't really know what kind of jug that is, but that is just, I've never seen that before.
Well, kudos to that guy for not taking advantage of that bear.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just took that bear home with him.
That would have been unbearable.
But yeah, that's a little bit of news there.
That was one news. That was new, singular.
Yeah, that's that's about right. That's about as far as it goes on the fishing news. I mean, we've already covered the news.
But there was nothing fishing related. There was no fish.
I mean, kind of. You caught a bear.
Okay, so I guess if you're in the water, you're a fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
as long as we can define the category of fishing for this show as something that is in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. It's pretty. It's the American way.
So in other news, not inside the water, but in the middle of a wave of idiocy, we have Karen and Ken, right?
Yeah, Karen and Ken. I mean, wow. I mean,
so describe the situation. 'Cause I'm like vaguely aware of it. I just saw a pink polo and an AR-15.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, that's all you need to know about that situation. A guy had, he was at his home and private property, of course, and just enjoying.
So was this in Cumming, Georgia?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think it was. It was in St. Louis, and these people had broken into his property and were trespassing, and the dude was scared out of his mind, after seeing everything on the news, the riots and burning. So this guy was like, the hell with people taking down my house, forget that. So Ken, was probably inside enjoying a Diet Sprite or a Diet Right.
Yeah.
Inside cooking with his cooking shoes on and everything, and he notices these riders are out there in his yard and had broken in, and he whips out freaking the Scarface AR and says, "To hell with this," and gets out there, and him and his wife are, exercising their rights to protect themselves, and it seemed to deter the quote-unquote peaceful protesters.
So based on the image I saw, he didn't really know how to use a gun.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he knew a lot of training. I mean,
because you don't really just hold your finger on the trigger while you're not using it, right?
Well, does Rambo hold his finger on the trigger?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movies. I'm gonna be honest.
All right. Well, so yeah, I mean, he needed to practice. Well, mainly his wife needed to practice some.
She looks like straight out of James Bond with what is that little pew pew?
She looks like a little. Yeah, she does look like a double agent. So I don't know. So she was waving that sucker around like it was going out of style. So she was waving that thing around like a college boy on a Friday night.
I vaguely remember reading somewhere that he was a lawyer or something.
I think they're both lawyers.
Okay.
And apparently they do stuff in the community and help people out. And Ken had said it wasn't about race or color or anything like that.
Yeah,
And
anybody can get these nuts.
anybody.
We are an equal opportunity business here.
Equal nuts.
Anybody can suck these nuts, and I think that's what he was trying to communicate.
I think that's exactly what he was communicating, and so yeah, they became an internet meme, miracle story. So
Well, these people are legends, except for the fact that he does not know how to use that gun. But that's the funny part is none of the protesters could recognize the fact that he didn't know how to use a gun.
no, they don't even. I'm not even sure if they know what the names of those guns are or how they would operate them. I would assume they're pretty similar to Mr. Biden in how much they know about guns. So I'm sure if you'd ask them how to load a gun, they wouldn't know how to do that. They wouldn't know how. They would probably think there's 100 clips that fit in that magazine,
Yeah.
and so it looks scary to them.
Guys, we have to make a shirt for this guy. This guy is a legend.
Yeah,
me-
definitely. He is just
I'm looking at pictures here,
gold.
and he's not really doing the. You see a lot of operators do the over grip on the AR. He's doing kind of the under grip, I guess, to flex the biceps. And
Yeah,
he's got the stock tucked up under his armpit, so that way, I guess if he shoots it, it'll fly backwards and hit his wife like in a kind of Looney Tunes sort of way.
yeah, and I
So-
think he had his shirt tucked in
Yeah?
for maximum, efficiency. So
Well, yeah, I can't really tell, but I think he's got 6 or 7 clips tucked in the back of his belt there.
he was ready to party, so that's pretty epic.
He's got a magazine in the gun. He's got 10 clips in the back of his belt.
Now, people were saying, like, from the other side, they're saying, oh, that man should be, like, shot, his house should be burnt down.
Oh yeah,
But I mean, if it's them in that situation, they would do the same thing to protect their family too. So it's kind of,
they would probably call the police,
oh yeah, the
non-existent police.
the non-existent ones, yeah. Where I've seen city council members in certain cities hire security to protect
Oh, yeah,
themselves
yeah,
because
yeah.
they defunded the police. So it's kind of a ironic deal. And I don't know if you saw in Seattle, the writer showed up at her house, and within half an hour to an hour, they had dispersed the crowd
Wow.
after they showed up, ironically, at her house with the whole Chaz/Chop situation.
So there's a little gun safety tip for you here. Don't put your finger on the trigger unless you're about to shoot whatever's in front of that gun.
Yeah, you definitely need to teach some training and safety there, and always tell your kids and loved ones to, if your finger's on the trigger, you better be ready to use whatever it is you're about to use your gun. So practice trigger safety, gun safety, very important for sure.
So I'm not really sure if this is some. I'm looking at
Many of you have probably
a headline. It says a St. Louis prosecutor vows to charge Ken and Karen couple for defending home against BLM rioters. So they want to actually press charges against these people.
Yeah, which doesn't actually make sense because Missouri, or was it Missouri? I think it was. Yeah, that state law, that is completely legal to, use your Second Amendment rights especially within the state. So I don't know how she's going to do that.
Well, what's more is these people are lawyers, so it's almost like they're just serving up a softball for them to get countersued, and for this guy to probably win millions of dollars for discrimination.
well,
He would know how to do it, I would imagine.
no, yeah. So that's very interesting. Yeah, I hear that prosecutor. She's pretty radical. So,
I don't think St. Louis is very indicative of the rest of Missouri in terms of, because I think St. Louis is more Democratic, and then I've lived in near Branson West, and it is the opposite of that there for sure.
Yeah, St. Louis is, it has to be definitely a left demographic for sure. As you see with the prosecutor, who's willing to step aside and, from state law and federal law and try to still prosecute these people. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, that's clear racism and bias right there, I would imagine. I don't know.
Yeah, essentially, it's everything's flipped on its head where, BLM are saying that, race this, race that, and trying to, there's the movement of, Black Lives Matter, of course, but then it seems like they're the racist ones a lot of the time,
Yeah.
saying, I've seen a lot of these radical posts online where they're, let's burn white people's houses or go into these neighborhoods. And so if you're a white person, I would be pretty terrified as well.
And I'll kind of end with this, but what I've noticed is it makes white people paranoid, and then that paranoia is interpreted as racism. So it's just a self-perpetuating cycle where people are paranoid, it's interpreted as racism or bias, and so it inflames one side, which creates more. It's like a feedback loop of just,
Yep.
it's just over and over a weird feedback loop.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, I turned off the effect for you.
Oh, nice.
All right, so what we got next on the agenda? Oh, great. You're just going to walk into our podcast?
Yeah, it's my office.
All right, so Andrew, the idiot intern, just walked in after we specifically told him not to.
He's getting guns and ammunition right now.
Maybe you should put a sign on the door.
Are there protesters outside?
No, they don't come out this far to the country.
They do not come out this far, yeah.
No, they'd be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah,
out here.
we've got enough for 2 guns for every person in this office here.
We have enough for every man, woman, and child.
Yeah, 1 for each hand and some for the feet.
Some for the pet monkey.
Yeah. So let me see. We got the news knocked out. That kind of takes care of. We have to be a real podcast. So we got the news.
Yeah.
So I was going over some product ideas. Kind of see what you think. So the first one, I imagine a lot of our listeners and customers probably have some sort of a Yeti or an ice cooler or something that they keep beers cold in while they try to fish. And I was thinking, Yeti has those hard ice packs. It's a hard plastic. You freeze it in the freezer. You put it in your cooler. So we were thinking, what if we made one that was like testicle-shaped for balls deep tackle? It was orange, and then you put it in the freezer. You freeze it, and you can put it in your cooler, and yeah, it's just ball-shaped.
Yeah, it's a pretty, just ingenious.
Would
perfect.
you use it?
I would definitely use it.
How good are those Yeti ones? Have you used any of those?
The Yeti coolers,
Or not
ice
the
packs?
cooler, but the actual hard ice pack that goes in there.
Oh, I don't have the Yeti brand ice pack, but I use some just generic ones for the time being till I can get some fine shaped ones, nut shaped ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use the hard packs almost every time, especially if I got I do have a Yeti cooler. It's like the soft pack, and so
Yeah.
I'll use that, and then I'll put my hard pack ice packs in there to get my drinks cooled off pretty quick because it saves you a little bit of time, running to the store, like having to get a whole bag of ice. And so those hard pack ice coolers or those hard ice packs, they definitely come in handy for sure. And if it doubles as a drink holder, then that's just money in the bank.
Oh, so you mean like there will be a hole in the middle, so it'd be kind of like a beer holder,
Yeah.
can holder, something like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
How long do those ice packs last for you? Because we don't want something that sucks, I guess.
well, it'll last. I mean, if it's in a nice cooler, it'll last a long time. I mean, you're talking, depending on the cooler. It all depends on the cooler itself. So, if you got a good one, it'll last. It lasts me. Seems like all day. I mean, and
Yeah.
the
So
Yeti,
if you're taking it to lunch, or if you're taking it to, school, I guess in some cases,
yeah. I mean,
or
it'll
to a fishing trip.
Yeah, in a nice quality cooler, it'll last a very long time and get your drinks cooled off. So I enjoy it. I'll mix it in there as soon as I get to the store. My drink's already cold anyways. But if I'm in a hurry, I could just throw those hard packs in there and cool off the drinks. So
That is impressive.
Mother trucker, dude. That hurt like a butt.
I don't know. I found this soundboard. It's like a meme soundboard. I just want to mess with it.
that's cold.
Yeah, that's very cool. So next product idea is, so on the Yetis and other coolers, they have like a slot on the side where I guess you put accessories. So like a rod holder for your cooler, where you can put the rod into
A shaft. You can put a rod into the shaft.
Yes, a
into
shaft.
The hole.
It goes into the rod holder.
It'll go deep in there and
I think it'll
hold
go.
that rod nice and tight.
All the ones I've seen are about 5 inches.
You love me.
Dude, are you 5?
Yeah, 5 inches deep in your bum.
That so it's 5 inches deep in the rod holder, and it goes in onto the side of the cooler. So I was thinking, maybe there's like two rod holders, and in the middle there's a can holder, so it's like a 3 holder thing.
Yeah, I mean, because you could use that Yeti, especially people coming up on the 4th of July or going to the lake. They can use that as a, obviously to hold their rods, as a seat or as a cup holder. That's a brilliant idea.
We're really trying to think of some cool product ideas that the customers would want, that would make the fishing trip funnier in some way. And really our goal as a company is to make fishing funnier. So we try to think of products around that idea. And I think we're due for a new product here pretty soon. So those are 2 ideas: the testicle-shaped cooler pack. And if you haven't seen it on our website, it's we have a floating keychain shaped like testicles, and it would be like a similar shape to that. And then the rod holder, of course.
You mean it'd be similarly shaped like testicles?
Yes.
Nice.
And then here's the last idea I was kind of thinking of, which is a tailgate decal. So I was driving, and I see a bunch of trucks with tailgate decals that have like the flag, something like that you stick on the back. So I was wondering, it'd be kind of funny if we had some different tailgate designs. Like, for instance, one that just says "suck these nuts." That would be, and then you could have the nut thing hanging down from the hitch.
Yeah.
That would be like a 1-2 bam combo.
It'll get the emotions going, that's for sure.
What other designs? I mean, of course, we could do like like a fishing pole flag. That'd be really cool, where the stripes on the flag are like fishing poles.
Yeah.
And then the little stars are like little sinkers.
Oh yeah, or maybe the rod is the actual pole for the flag. And
The rod is a pole. Yeah.
that would be a good one too.
Well, that'd be kind of weird because the tailgate is exactly rectangular. So where are you gonna have like the rod as the pole?
It would be like diagonal
Across the tailgate.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you see like the flag blowing in the wind kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, where it's like draped and kind of like a scrolling look.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's listening and you like these ideas, or you can think of other ideas, feel free to email them to us, or comment on our website, ballsdeeptackle.com/WTF. That's where the podcast is hosted on our website. So you can put comments there. You can email us at help@ballsdeeptackle.com. But we definitely want to get some ideas, because a lot of our best ideas come from customer inputs. Like a lot of our best shirts too. Like I'll give you 2 shirts that are a direct result of customer requests, that are like 2 of our top 10 sellers, top 5 sellers actually. So one is "Show me your bobbers and I'll show you my pole," and it has pictures of bobbers on there, and I think that's our number 1 selling shirt.
It's a classic.
Yeah. And then the other one is "Just the tip, I promise," and it's got a bullet, a AR-15 5.56 round on there, and those are 2 directly from customers that came through, and they're 2 of our top 5 selling shirts. And then there's also one that just says "Get bent," and it has like a rod, and I think that's one of our top 10 sellers. So your inquiries, your product ideas, your suggestions really do come through, and we look at those, and we definitely keep a list of good ideas. Right now I have like probably well over 30 ideas that we're trying to get pushed through.
Yeah, maybe if it becomes a top seller, and hook them up with a Mickey D's gift card.
Like McDonald's?
Yeah, it's exquisite.
Oh, okay.
I mean, who
Why not just give them one of our gift cards?
who doesn't love the Mickey D's?
Me. I always want to eat it, and then I'm like, oh man, that sounds good. And I get there, and then I eat it, and then within a few minutes, I'm like, oh, I regret that.
They are at least they're pro-American, I'll tell you that. Just like us, we're pro-American.
Yeah, it's like it's like a cycle of want, and like every 6 months they get me. It's kind of like Coney Island. Every 6 months I'm like, what? I haven't had McDonald's in a while.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat it, and then I'm always like, oh, Doesn't feel good.
Their coffee's not too bad. I mean,
Oh yeah, I've heard the coffee's good.
that's where McDonald's really pulls through. Is
And their little mini sundaes, their like ice cream sundae is pretty good.
they got good treats. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Although if you
you're
get like the mocha, like the chocolate mocha coffee,
Yeah.
it always tastes like stale milk is on their machine. Like it always
Yeah.
tastes like there's a slight tinge of stale milk that has been sitting on the lip of the machine that the coffee comes out of.
Yeah.
And it's always like slightly off-putting.
Hey, I'll tell you on my fishing trips that there's always a McDonald's and they never let you down.
That's true.
If you
They're-
gotta fill a belly up, they'll be happy to serve and fill your belly. So
I think we should give them a free shirt or something like that because people want the shirt.
that's an even better
If
idea.
they recommend a shirt idea, they're gonna want the shirt.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Sweet. Back on the topic of kind of the product ideas, that was all that I have. Do you have any more ideas?
I think our audience needs a coffee mug,
Oh, like a mug or like a tumbler?
like both maybe.
Okay, let me make it. Yeah, I think one of our suppliers does the mugs and the tumblers.
I think we need to go and pivot in that direction.
I'll tell you what, this week, you are the product manager, so it's going to be you get to add those, and I get to say that that's yes or no. I'll be the product supervisor, you be the product manager.
I'll just start slinging ideas.
And then we'll get Andrew, the idiot intern, to do all the complicated stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan, man.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything else, I wanted to mention our sponsor. So today's sponsor for the show, and if you're in Cumming, Georgia, or anywhere nearby, you need to check out Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage. And they are truly legendary. I'm gonna play their ad real quick. They sent this in to us, exclusive, only found here.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're going to make it deliciable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you. Ask McDonald's to fry something other than what they normally fry. Guess what you're going to get? Nothing. If it fit through the dough, I'll put it in the fryer. Hell, this is a dinosaur. All our meats are gently tenderized to their optimum deliciousness. We got fine dinosaur meats. Take my money, pay me pay child support. Come on down here and get you a slice. Once they get your social security number, it's over. Motivated, 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 motivated. So friends, let's just decide you don't want no barbecue. Well, that's fine too. Why not let one of my foot specialists or myself perform our magic? Look at that. Don't they look wonderful? If you really pay me enough, we'll massage your feet in any of these sauces also. Success is the rule down here,
barbecue foot
Jones.
massage.
Good ass barbecue and foot massage. So go ahead and give me a call or find us on the worldwide internets at the new website. That's JONES bigasstruckrentalstorage.com/Jones. Good ass barbecue and foot massage.html.
Excuse me, did you call number 52?
So that was Jones Truck Rental and Storage.com/Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage.
That'll get the taste buds going.
So I'm probably gonna be going over there for lunch today. Actually, I think should I do? Yeah. So I'll do the barbecue foot massage first, and then have the food served to me during the foot massage.
That sounds like an epic plan.
That that's one of those things that sounds completely disgusting, but then maybe you do it and you're like, hey, you're not gonna believe this, but you need to do this.
Yeah, I think people would be scared at first, and then after a few trips, then they would recommend it to their friends and family.
Hey, y'all gotta check out this barbecue foot massage.
Yeah, then you'd take your wife there, and I'm sure she would love it. And it'd just be a phenomena.
So that is certainly a longer sponsor message than we typically do, but I could not resist giving them extra spot for the same price.
Yeah, it's they deserve to be there, put their names out there.
So if you would like to insert your sponsor message, it is only $69.69, and you will get 69 seconds worth of ad spot on our show.
It's pretty good.
That's not bad at all.
No.
I just, everybody says we should charge more, but it's that number, something about that number.
It's a magical number, is what they say.
All right, so our sponsor, Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage. Be sure to check them out. They're not real, but it's a funny sponsor anyways. We don't have real sponsors because nobody really wants this show to be associated with their company. But we are presented by BallsDeepTackle.com.
Yeah, that's we do have an amazing brand here at Balls Deep, and you can get your all fishing gear and become a fishing legend.
So I've got some funny video reviews. We get video reviews all the time through from customers that are amazingly happy with their products. And I've got 3 I wanted to queue up real quick. And one guy is my favorite. His name's Mel. He's actually sent us like 3 video reviews, and he keeps sending them because he just loves it. He bought a shirt that said Trump 2020 impeach this, and it's Trump holding up a middle finger saying impeach this, and it's one of our top sellers. But he bought that shirt, and he's bought multiple orders since then. So here's him reviewing his purchase.
Hello, Balls Deep. This is Mel Allen, and we got Mr. Trump here. Impeach this. And I'd like to tell you, I got these can coolers, but you're a little sharp for the big buds we drink around here.
I love this guy.
I love your equipment and stuff, but maybe you ought to think about getting a bigger can cooler.
Oh, he's got a
Alright,
short can
thank
cooler
you.
and a
Peace
big,
out.
I think a 12.
From
What is this? A 24 ounce?
Ladysmith, Wisconsin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he sounds like an American Jim.
Oh yeah, he's in Wisconsin. He's eating cheese. He's loving life.
Cheese.
He may not be loving all the riots that are too close to home though.
Cheese and beer. Well, he's Wisconsin, right?
Wisconsin, yeah.
So,
Isn't that right next to Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota and Wisconsin. It's pretty country out there.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I know there's parts of Wisconsin that are there. A lot of it is country, I thought.
A lot of it is flat, I've heard.
Yeah, and then, Montana especially.
Yeah.
It's very country out there.
That's Montana, which means mountain in Spanish, which is they have mountains.
Montana.
I think Wisconsin means flat and...
When I think of Montana, I think of Joe Montana.
Oh, I always think of Montana, which is...
Montana?
Yeah.
Like Waterboy, Joe Montana?
Yeah, it's like there was no creativity in naming that place because this is what happened. The Spanish, or somebody that spoke Spanish...
A conquistador?
Yeah, they went up there and they're like, what do we call this place? And the dude was so freaking tired from climbing. He's like, Montana. And they're like, okay, well, that works. And then the white people came and they're like, Montana?
It's Montana.
I don't want to write the squiggly thing above the end. This is Montana.
Yeah, it's America. It's Montana.
Yeah. All right, so our next guy, he is not from Montana. He is, I think he's from the South. And this is funny, because this video review, you're going to swear that it was like a paid review, because this guy, he sells it so well. But, like, the funny part of it...
There's no selling. He's just...
Yeah, he's like he should be on the podcast. I think I'm going to try to reach out, see if he can get on the podcast.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah. So he's in a...
Man, it's hot out here.
To set the visual here, he's in a closed off garden digging. He throws the shovel aside, and he's wearing one of our black charcoal hats. He's got the boots on and everything. This is the dude.
Whew. Man, it's hot out here. But you know what keeps me cool? My balls deep tackle hat. You know what I love about it? It's made in America. It keeps me cool. Let's be honest. It's stylish. I would recommend Balls Deep Tackle to everybody I know.
And then he gives a little gun,
Yeah, the finger gun.
the finger bang.
Yeah, he's within his rights to use that finger gun. So, yeah, that guy was that's a good review right there. That's 5 out of 5 stars.
That was really good actually. That's probably one of the better ones in terms of like quality, which we don't look for quality in our video reviews because let's face it, like we are not a professional company, so people are not expecting professional quality.
But that one was pretty
That one was
professional.
pretty good.
I don't know. He got me. I think I might go on the site and buy like 10 hats now.
I need to send him a finger bang shirt because we have a shirt that has the finger gun and then it says finger bang on it,
Yeah, yeah.
And the only thing that would have made that better was if he was wearing the finger bang shirt.
That would have been epic, but since, it was on the fly, we should send him that shirt for sure.
Yeah. All right, last one I got. This one's pretty funny. So the beginning of the video, he bought some of these quarter-ounce fishing sinkers shaped like balls, of course, and he's holding them up, and then he starts the video holding them up, and then you zoom in, and then it zooms out. So he's sitting in a chair.
Alright, guys. I ain't trying to catch no Asian carp. So I'm going balls deep with the big uns. Catch me a big ass bass like my wife's ass. Can't do it with that.
I gotta pause it. So this dude is wearing the decal on his forehead.
Yeah.
He has the decal like stuck on his forehead.
Yeah.
And over his ear, he has the testicle keychain just hanging on his ear.
That is very American of him.
And
to
he's sitting in a camo camping chair. So this dude is.
This guy might have had a few, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, he's got 2 beers on the ground next to his feet.
Oh, I guarantee
koozies.
you, that's just for show. He's probably got about 10 empties in the house.
And he has the impossible cigarette hanging out of the side of his mouth, but it's not really in his mouth, but it's like hanging.
It's all for looks. It's to knock them down.
So I don't know if it's glued to his mouth or how it's hanging like that.
You just wet your lips a little bit.
This.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is my guy.
Oh yeah. Keep your Oakleys afloat too. Got some balls here.
Yeah, that was.
So
that
he
was
had
awesome.
the key floater, right?
He had the key floater on his ear, and then that was a pistol pump action 12 gauge.
Wow.
So it was a pump action and it had like the foregrip on the pump. That was I want one of those now.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I wonder if let's see if I have any shirts to send this guy. So I'm looking in the guns section. So we have apparel, then you can filter by guns, and we have a ton of gun-related shirts.
We like guns.
Oh yeah, we love guns. More than fishing, I think. Although guns deep is not as good.
I like fishing with guns.
Yes, I agree with that. So, here we go. Here we go. So the Richard the Rooster, he's in a Asian samurai outfit, holding a shotgun. And it says, "Welcome to Bangkok." And he's pointing the gun at the whatever, and he's wearing one of those triangle Siamese Asian hats.
Yeah, like on the rice patty hats.
Yeah, one of the rice patty hats. That's it. And he's got the clippity cloppity flip flop sandal things going on.
Yeah, like the old school wooden flip flop things that look super comfortable. But
oh yeah. They're not. They can't. There's no way they can be comfortable.
No, it's got to be terrible.
And
I mean, let's face it.
It's a rooster saying "Welcome to Bangkok" with a gun. So I think that
whoever invented those wooden flip flops should they have a special place.
Although
those are terrible.
Are they? You've worn them?
No, I would never want to wear those.
Well, you don't know then.
I do. I've walked on the ground. I walked on a deck barefooted.
You haven't walked on
splinters.
They're not. It's bamboo. They're not going to splinter.
I wouldn't trust them.
All right. Well, that's why.
If they're made in America, then we would look at that, and then we would decide.
We have to try them now somehow.
I'll wear.
Wow.
That scared me.
Not gonna lie.
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
That is that's like the end of the agenda here.
We don't have any agendas. We're just American.
Yeah, we have a special link for the customers out there. So we mentioned the gun shirts. If you go to ballsdeeptackle.com/guns,
That was going to be the end of the podcast.
You will
but
be
my wife
directed
just sent
to
me a
our
text,
entire collection of
and,
gun
it's
shirts.
hilarious, so I had
and you
to
can
share
check all the
this.
ones we have there.
All right, so it's a
quite a
picture,
few.
and it
So
says,
check it out.
well, since some people here think I'm
ballsdeeptackle.com/guns.
childish for refusing to wear a mask,
for you.
I decided
Yep,
to write them
don't
a Dr.
cower
Seuss
to
style
the
poem
left.
about wearing
Wear
masks.
a gun shirt.
I will not wear
Oh,
a
yeah,
fucking
we got
mask.
guns,
I will not
patriotic,
wear
military,
one when you ask. I will
hunting,
not wear one
fishing,
in a park. I will not wear
and
one
others.
in the
Oh,
dark.
these nuts.
I will not wear
We got
one
these
while
nuts
on the
shirts.
job.
Down.
These nuts. I will not wear one
Nice.
while at
Nice.
church.
Nice.
I will not wear one buying
Somehow the
merch.
volume got turned up there.
I
Okay.
will not wear
Yeah,
one because
denounce
you
communism
say.
with
I
our
will not
shirts.
wear one every day.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I will not
Make
wear
liberals
one
cry
here or
again.
there.
Make your liberals
I will
cry
not wear
again.
one anywhere.
Always, perpetually.
I will not wear one
That is
sheep
today's
I am.
podcast.
I will not comply with your
Signing off, this
governance
is Captain
plan.
Hook, and that's
And
my
if you don't like the choices I pick, I do believe you can suck my dick.
That's pretty good. That's good stuff right there.
That's awesome. So now we're going to sign off the podcast. And you want to do your Darth Vader little thing again?